So yeah, welcome everybody to Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. Luckily enough, the game always gives us a resume, at least it should, so let's go through that. The story so far. Before that part, because it only feels like the last part of the chapter. So we went to a place called Fromberg. We means Professor Layton, his apprentice number 1, Luke, and his assistant, Emil Talma. And basically they were invited by another professor to help him solve a mystery of a living mummy. A person, or this girl we see on screen, being frozen in ice for a long time. So we solved the riddle and got her out of there, but then people showed up. Very bad people from a bad organization that we already got to know a little bit at the end of Miracle Mask. And they took her. So we had a very, very intense chase with planes, and we hijacked their plane. And we tried to save the girl, but she used some kind of ability to make the planes crash. And then, yeah, now after we crashed and we made it kind of out safely. I swear there must be at least some broken bones, but everybody doesn't even have a scratch, plot armor. We landed in a fishing town that has rumored to have a lake that causes planes to crash. So they call it the Siren's Lake. And we tried to find the girl, so we chased her all through town, trying to, keep her safe from the bad guys. And just to protect her, make sure that the bad guys don't get the power of the Azran that she clearly has. Our heroes finally spot the girl walking on the surface of the lake. Realizing the lake is partially covered in ice, they follow her out. Responding to the girl's command, the lake waters part to reveal the ruins below. The bunny ruins! Layton and the others follow the girl inside, which is where we ended up. We haven't followed her inside yet, we're right in front, but we're gonna. So yeah. That part looks a little bit like it could be ahead, doesn't it? Just a little bit, just like a tiny... We're not going for collectibles, so I don't really care. Hey. Accidentally. Yeah, don't slip there, it's gonna go down deep and that's not gonna be nice. It's glittering on the outside because of the moss and the water. It's quite cool to see the water run down here. Okay, let's go inside. Again, wherever the water goes, we have no clue. It seems to be a very simple structure. Usually the Azran structures are very elaborate with labyrinths and things like that, or, the gardens were very large and elaborate, and city that we uncovered with the song in the movie, or they uncovered with the song in the movie Harmonia, was also very much so very elaborate with all the pipes that are organ pipe structures and things like that, but this one is very simple. Good grief, I never would have imagined this. I think these ruins are responding to the girl. So they too must be Azran, yes, no doubt about it. Wow, so your theory was correct, Professor Sycamore. It would seem so. An ancient Azran structure with a powerful magnetic field that disrupts passing aircraft. Of course, that's just an unfortunate side effect. Should really like to know what the true purpose of this place is. Professor, I see her! Those eyes look very Zelda. The rest, some of that actually does, interestingly enough.
How on earth did you do that?
I am the emissary of the Azran people. Aurora.
I see.
The time has come for the power of my people to be passed on. Our legacy to the world we left behind. If you wish to know our secrets, and your motives are pure, then all will be revealed. This dome will show you the way. Find the locations of the Azran keys. Prove you are worthy of our power.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good if she fell down there. Okay, so yeah, they wanted to pass them on, which is why we need to be careful that the evil guys don't get her. And hello there, Bateman. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good day. So yeah, that means I thought so, because like the thing is with the Azran people that they said was about worth, and the only reason we uncovered the other structures that have been lying there for thousands of years is, like before that, was through solving special riddles and figuring them out. I think the Azrans have waited for a long time to find where like the other human races caught up to their knowledge in a way that they can actually use the Azran wisdom to their advantage without like, you know, and properly use it without like harming things. But of course, as I said, they need to be pure-hearted. Which clearly the other organization is not.
So you were not aware?
You called yourself Aurora just now. Is that your name?
Aurora? I don't know.
She must have lost her memory.
Trapped in the ice.
Me? Trapped in ice?
You claim to be the emissary of the Azran. Is it possible that you were sent by the Azran people as their messenger?
A messenger? No. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
Perhaps your role as a messenger operates only on a subconscious level.
The Azran have sent us their greatest puzzle yet in the shape of this girl. It is up to us to rise to the challenge.
I suppose you're right. But what could it all mean?
Well, that's the good question we're gonna solve. What could it all mean? So she doesn't actually have any, like, memories of what happened. The Azran people used the cryogenic technique, sorry, my microphone is drooping, to hold a girl in stasis until the day that she would be awoken by future civilization. What does anything mean? Well, that's the question of the universe. As the messenger of Azran, Aurora is able to interact with Azran Ruined and is likely the key to unlocking their secrets. By leaving a living messenger for future generations to find, the Azran ensured that their message would be heard. As incantation from the mysterious gods lifted the seal on the lake and revealed an Azran ruin hidden beneath the water, this ruin seemingly emits some kind of magnetic force that interferes with passing aircraft. The girl's chanting revealed an Azran chamber hidden in like code. I guess our best answer right now is 42. Yeah. I would say probably all of them are some kind of symbol for structures, huh? Just trying to find some hint coin magic. Okay, let's talk to her again. As Aurora said, the symbols on the walls of the stone are a guide. Yes, they must represent something. The Azran people yearned for the skies, to go ever higher and always further. The most prominent characters in their myths were the great riders of the sky. It's a fair bet that the symbols on these walls refer to them. Gersa upon her raven-feathered steed, in her hand a black-bladed sword sharpened on the edge of time, and in her heart the courage of an entire kingdom. Very good, you're familiar with Routledge's ancient histories then. It's the only mainstream work that discusses Azran myth. There's a story about the riders of the sky on these walls. Do you want it to read me for you? Ah, please do. At the dawn of time, the world was one big continent, and the celestial king sheltered all the lands beneath his ample wings. All living things served him. The king had 5 children, the great riders of the sky, but they were proud and coveted their father's throne. The constant warring of the riders exhausted the people and tainted the land. Roused at last to anger, the king drew his sword and made 4 strokes, slicing the land into 10 continents. His children, he banished them to live on earth. The king sealed the sacred gates to the skies and scattered the 5 keys on earth, that his children might one day find them. Ever since that day, the king's children have gazed upon up at the sky, longing to fly again one day. Ah, now I see. The patterns on the walls must represent the earth. If we were to gather the 5 keys, we could unlock the gates to the skies, or in other words, the power of the Azran. Incredible. I should very much like to solve this puzzle. Yes, we shall. The walls of the Azran Dome tell the story of Celestial King and his children, the Riders of the Sky. Enraged by the riders' constant worrying, the king made 4 strokes with his sword and divided the land into 10 continents. Decrypt the story by reenacting it using 4 lines to divide the land into 10 sections, separating the riders. Draw lines between the points around the edges, but be careful, you can only use each point once. No line may touch a rider. Well, we can either do this one or this one. Interesting. No, this would touch, so it must be this one. And then this one here. Can we? Okay, we can. There we go. That wouldn't divide them. I mean, that could work. Come on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. 4 lines also. I can totally read. Also, it divides the riders. So this one must go here, but that would touch. I think like this, maybe? I don't know if this one counts. I may have to do that. But that would be 9. And not 10. This would touch again. I don't know if that counts, but I think it may. They must cross somewhere. That's 9, that's at least one more than before. It's 9. Technically that would be 10, but I don't know if it touches or not. Okay.
I think I'm in the mood for another.
Nice. The light fully divided. The worlds in the dome represent a map of the world, and you've just created 5 intersections with your lines. Ever heard the saying X marks the spot? Yes, we have. The 5 keys must lie at the points where the king's sword strokes meet. The metaphor. The Celestial King in the story represents the Azran civilization, which means the king's children who were banished to Earth are us the distant heirs to the legacy. Professor, have you noticed the 5 over symbols like this one just here? Could they represent the 5 keys? I believe so. They look rather like the artifacts Rodrich describes, descriptively referred to as eggs. Scholars have been pondering their function for years, but none one guessed that they might in fact be keys. They are aura stones, vessels capable of channeling the power of the Azran. Aura stones, did you say? Did seeing these symbols trigger this recollection? Perhaps if we found the Azran relics, it will bring yet more back to you. You may in time fully regain your memory. We will certainly need your help decrypting this puzzle. That's why Targent wants you to, no doubt. Most certainly. There's no sense in staying here any longer. We must leave this town before they find us. Yes, absolutely. So we figured out we have to find 5 keys all over the world. The walls of the Azran Dome and Cult indicate the locations of 5 egg-shaped Azran artifacts. These eggs apparently form the key that unlocks the legacy of the Azran. But what on earth could this mean in practical terms? It would seem that collecting the 5 eggs will reveal the true nature of the key to the Azran legacy. Well, let's figure that out, shall we? Traveling to each of the locations indicated by the dome walls will be quite an undertaking. All 5 sites appear to be in remote parts of the world. It would be wise to do a little research before we rush into action. It may also be prudent to ensure that the Bostonius is fully stocked. Naturally. May suggest our first stop be London. It's a little out of our way, but we can gather both supplies and information there. An excellent idea. That will also give us the opportunity to do more extensive repairs on the Bostonius. Good, it's decided. I shall go straight back to the ship and prepare for a flight for London. Professor, I leave Aurora in your care. Understood. We will proceed cautiously. Good luck. Yep, let's hope we have good luck. This is incredible! Are we really going to fly around the world, Professor? Sounds a bit dangerous, but really exciting too. What? Around the entire world? Aurora, I must tell you, your people are gone, and this world is no longer the one you once knew. You owe us nothing, but we need your help to solve the puzzles of the Azran. Would you please accompany us on this journey? In return, we will try to help you regain your memory if that's what you wish. Come on, Aurora, it's going to be amazing. Trips with the professor are always really exciting. Alright, I accept. I will go with you. Well then. Hey, you there, aren't you Professor Layton? Yes, that's correct. Whoa, I never thought I'd run into the famous Professor Layton all the way out here. Name's Macintosh, by the way. If you're here, that must mean I'm not too far off the mark. 'Cause I bet you came to investigate the secrets hidden in Siren Lake, am I right? Secrets? I'm not sure what you... no need to play dumb, Professor. We both know about a certain ancient civilization, wink wink, nudge nudge. In fact, I think you'll find my latest papers on it very interesting. I'll be presenting it at the conference in not too distant future. Right then, I won't keep her. We both have investigating to do. It's you. Thought I saw you walking on water earlier. Did those billies make you... Must have been dreaming or something. Glad you're alright though. Very glad. Thank you for your help. Not a problem. Couldn't leave a lady alone with those brutes. You're escorting her from here, right? Then? Yes, we'll make sure she comes to no harm. Just wanted to make sure they don't have anything left. Is there something here? Nope. Okay. Then let's go back. That's a train. That was amazing. We got to see that. Okay, nothing. Which is still impressive. Everyone, watch out! There are Targent attacks coming this way. Oh no, what do? We can't let them see Aurora. It's too late to run. We would never get far enough. We have to find a place to hide Aurora. Let's see if anybody here can help us. Well, isn't that obvious? What are you all staring at? Is it those gloomy uniforms over there? They all came pouring out of that not at all sinister airship. Of all people to wash up here, they're the strangest fish by far. Please, sir, those men are dangerous. We urgently need to hide this girl from them. Can you help us? That's a tricky one. She could hide over by the white crates of bait, as long as she doesn't mind the smell. Ah, yes, that's perfect. Thank you very much. It's a great help. It's nothing. Can't exactly throw you into sharks, can I? There's no time to lose, Aurora. You have to hide yourself behind those crates. I understand. So that's where the rest of the hint coins went. Okay, let's see what happens. I've had it! We've been around this measly town for about 5 times now, and we're not even an inch closer to finding that girl. She probably took off hours ago. Here we are running around like headless chickens. Speak for yourself, Bishop. Come on, keep it together. We just have to look harder, it's all. She has to be here somewhere. I'm telling you, she... Good day, gentlemen. We meet again. It's you. Man. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology in London. And do excuse me, but I couldn't help but overhear. Did I understand correctly that you're yet to find the girl? Hang on a sec, you're not fooling anyone. You're trying to get info on her, right? Which means you haven't found her either. That is... I don't know how much I should really tell you. Do know she's not that fisherman's hut up ahead. We had some help from the townspeople, but no luck so far. Wait, did you say the fisherman's hut? Isn't there a hill up behind that place? Is there Hi, your face says it all, mate. You've not been up there to check, have you? Of course we have, you... Ha! You ninnies, good luck getting the girl before we do. Oi, Bishop, hold it. We don't even know she's definitely... Bishop, listen up, you lot. Next time you run away, we won't be so nice and polite, got it? He's apparently an excellent actor. Indeed. Oh, and it looked so pleasant to finally have a lead too. Pleased to finally have a lead too. I cannot read apparently, still. Wow, that was some performance. You really sold your scatty professor act. Thank you, Luke. Now then, we shouldn't linger here. Let's take Aurora to the Bostonius. But Professor, this station's full of Tartan people. How are we going to get past? You're right, Luke. We cannot go back the way we came. We shall have to find a different route. You want to go down that little path along the lakefront. It's just houses, so it'll be nice and quiet. Sound advice. We'll take the path. Thank you again for your help, sir. Well, then we're gonna take this path. Okay, apparently she's back with us again. That's good. Now you look who is the lady. The little lady from before the station. This town looks quite fun, I do have to say. Just a bit run down, but I guess that comes with not having any tourists. Okay, let's talk to her. Hello again, dear visitors, to the humble town of God. And who is this young person? Is she a friend of yours? Why do you laugh? A lady must always demonstrate good humor, my dear, and solve puzzles. Yes, it's a part of a proper breeding. You there, are you not this lady's gentleman escort? Please show us your puzzle-solving capabilities. Wait, what? Me? Well, yes. A dog of tiles. Ah, it's one of those. So we've seen that also in Miracle Mask. You overlap them to try and make the dog. Okay, we cannot cover them on the side. So since it needs to be there, we must do this. There needs to be one covering that up. Because we cannot cover that by the sides with the white. And then that would be 1, 2, 3. So this one is the start. We need to get the red one out of there to have that before that. Cover that up, cover that up, cover that up. There we go. And then we just do this. The problem is, and I hate that that just happened, is that we need the background. Oops. Good morning, welcome to Slash Life. How are you doing? Okay, so this is just that, and there we go. Easy. I do like these tiles, they're kind of fun. Very visual.
Yes, I got it.
Also, that's a very cute emote. Oh, look, he's got a collar, that's cute. Winding down from the night, 1:36 AM here. Amen, so welcome to, I guess, to the German time zone, because I'm streaming at this time exactly too, same time zone. So I assume you are also in the Middle European Standard Time zone. Ah, nice to see other people having a weird sleeping rhythm. Also German. Well, that's nice. Oh, very well done, young man. You seem more than capable of protecting this young lady. Young lady? I mean, just a couple thousand years old, but hey. And you, my dear, must seek to become a little more worldly, like myself. You could start by putting a smile on those lips. Now, if you please, I shall take my leave. Goodbye now. But yeah, I hope you can wind down well and then get some good rest later. Because rest is important. Oh, stop! There are more of those fucks just around here. They must be very determined. Ah, seems that Targent has agents posted all over town. No road is safe from them. We shall have to find an alternative way back to the ship. But Professor, we already took a different path. Where else is there to go? Calm down, Luke. We just have to look around. Well, how about the boat? That is so obviously obvious there. Excuse me, madam. Maybe we should disturb you for a moment. Oh, now there's a gentleman. Hold on, right? Just need your name and number. What? Why? Ah, I do beg your pardon. Force of habit, you see. Daria Column, correspondent from the World Times. How may I help you? It's urgent that we get to that pier up there without being seen. Might you know a more discreet route we can take? That's rather suspicious, but I can't see you're in a hurry, so I won't pry for details. Not to be facetious, but have you thought about taking a boat? You're at the pier after all. Oh yeah, that's a stroke of luck, isn't it? There you are then. I informed the local fisherman about the boat. A case of dire need, I say. We are much obliged, madam. Well, let's take the boat to the other pier then. Now then, we have our means of getting across to the pier. But won't rowing take too long? We want to get spotted. Actually, Luke, I've come up with a much quicker way for us to elude Tarzan. Let's go. Oh? You're carrying the boat up the path or something? Boat to boat. Ah, okay. Uniformed villains are on the prowl all over but our heroes can hop from boat to boat quickly enough. Perhaps they can get to the other side without being spotted. Each boat travels in a fixed direction and at a fixed speed. Red boats move 1 square at a time, blue move 2, purple 3, and orange 4. Bear in mind the group can only jump to boats adjacent to them. Try to get them across without making a splash. Okay, it does end there, so it doesn't... Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Well, I guess we're gonna take the... Could just take this one, or we could take the second boat, but I guess let's do this. Nope, we need the second boat. Okay. Yikes. Okay, so we cannot take the first orange boat. I think we need to travel with the second blue boat a bit farther than I wanted to, but that's okay. These riddles are way more try and error than some of the previous ones, but that's okay. Abra, There we go. And there we go. Now that's unfortunate. Hold on. Yeah, no, it's not gonna match up with us anymore at all. Ah, that's unfortunate. I mean, we can travel one more. But that's gonna give us... Okay, Do want to say this one is correct, though. I don't know if it is. Okay, we cannot take one more. We need to travel to here. Take the second one. Yeah, we don't have any other options here. That means the blue one being there, the other one is the wrong one, which means the only one we can take is this one. Okay. We need to go to the red. And now we're done for. So our only option is this one, huh? And this. We don't even have like a boat to go back to, you know what I mean? Like if we could go back to the other purple, it wouldn't be a problem. But we actually have to take the blue here. And it doesn't meet up with the any other one than the orange one, which kind of sucks. Oh, but we can take the blue here. Okay, never mind then. I just missed that. Apparently I'm blind. That's okay. Whoops. Okay, we need to travel on that further. There we go. Let's try this. Nope. Okay, it's not gonna meet up with that one. So we need to go back, but we need to do it a bit differently still. Like that's the only other boat that like meets up, so guess that's our only other option. There's the red boat again. Problem is the purple is too quick. So the purple must meet up the blue beforehand. So like this. Okay, there we go. Just need to catch up by one. There we go, we got it. Whew, that was annoying. But hey. A lot of these are sometimes just try and error. You can kind of calculate things, but eh. And we're back at the pier for the Bostonians. Hurrah, we made it, and those Targent facts are none the wiser. That was terrifying. Yes, thank goodness we got over without anybody falling in. I'll be glad to get back on the Bostonians. What is this, Bostonians? Ah, that's our airship. Well, it belongs to Professor Sycamore, really, but you'll be safe there, Aurora. Come, let's board the Bostonians before Targent shows up. Again, we don't care about the minigames too much. Care more about this stuff. Ah, Professor Layton, it's great relief to have you back. What about the young miss? She's not hurt, I trust. Young miss? I believe we are all fine, Raymond. Thank you for your concern. I'm very glad to hear that, Professor. In any case, I should prepare for takeoff without delay. Ah, Raymond, Professor Sycamore headed back here ahead of us, is he? Professor Sycamore is in the engine room, sir. Ah, no, pardon me. Here he is now. Also, I know there were likely riddles in the other parts of town that we could go back to, but they're gonna show up, hopefully, eventually in the riddle hut, so I don't care for that as much. Like, we're trying to actually solve all the riddles we can, but, you know, if we cannot, like, find all of them, it's usually fine. Ah, Professor, perfect timing. Everything went smoothly, I hope. Not entirely, but with some help from the local people, we were able to bring Aurora back unnoticed. Excellent, then I will still be frantically searching for her. Well, reading while sick is a hard thing. It's fine. Say we take advantage of our good fortune and escape while we can. Our first destination will be London, as we discussed. London, yes, we're about to undertake a prolonged journey to unfamiliar lands. We must prepare accordingly. Considering the excitement of our last flight, it would be wise to have a ship thoroughly checked too. Anyways, we can discuss the particulars later. For now, Raymond, take us away. Oh my... I just remembered something. I cannot spoil it, but I just remembered something. My brain just went, oh, hold on, that's why. Again, I haven't played this game in a long while. So that was just an aha moment for me, but I'm gonna tell you guys if I remember when it happens, but yeah. Chapter 3, A Day Out in London. Yes, I guess of course we're gonna visit London again, because that has been a stop they like to do in a lot of these games. A few days later. Oh, it's Scotland Yard theme. Damn. I love this. Who are we gonna meet? Oh, okay, Grosky. DCI Carmichael, I got an urgent summons. Does the long arm of the law need a pair of fast feet? Inspector Grosky, actually, I have a special assignment for you. Have you heard of an organization by the name of Targent? Targent, can't say I have. What have they been up to then? They are an extremely dangerous paramilitary organization who have been known to operate in all parts of the world. We know quite a lot about their criminal activities, but we're still in the dark as to their motives and long-term goals. I need you to get more information, unearth some concrete evidence for us. And that's when you ask him? Instead of, like, any of the other? Okay. What kind of evidence, Chief? Targent have moles in high places in the government, the army, and even, if I'm not mistaken, in the police force. Oh. What's that? A mole in the force? There's the best part. I think we have an agent here in this very building. Listen, Grosky, I cannot ensure your safety on this operation, but I would not ask you if it were not important. Are you in? Do you ever need to ask? I won't have some criminal element undermining the yard. I find them, whatever it takes. Be aware that the rub may even extend to our upper echelons, Grosky. Do not mention this to any of our superiors. Leave it to me, Chief, and if that sneak goes to ground, I'll dig them out with my bare hands. For the yard! Junk! Good luck, Grosky. That looks a bit evil. Well, we shall hopefully figure that out for or with him, because I don't think Grosky's gonna have the brain to figure that. Gresham University, London, Professor Layton's office. There, the Dean has approved my request to go on research expedition and Dr. Glaive will take over my classes. Great, and while you were talking to the Dean, I made a list of everything we need to get. Let's get shopping. Thank you, Emmy. I believe we have some points to discuss before we go out, though. Oh yes, you wanted to talk about our itinerary, didn't you? So to find the Azran eggs, we have to visit 5 sites, which are scattered around the world, right? That's right. Finding these artifacts should help us solve the grand puzzle the Azran have left for us. I can hardly believe that we're so close to uncovering the secrets of the most ancient civilization known to man. I know, I can't wait to get going on our trip around the world. Ah yes, I mean to tell you, I've been over some Azran texts again with our recent findings in mind, and I realized something. You remember the 3 great Azran ruins that I spoke of before? You mean the Garden of Healing, the City of Harmony, and the Infinite World? AKA, Spectre's Call, the movie, the Eternal Devo, which highly recommend, and Infinite World was the cutscene at the end of Miracle Mask. Indeed, I'm convinced that activating all 3 of those sites was a strict condition for awakening the Azran messenger. It was the first challenge set by the Azran people. I knew it! See? Told earlier. I see, they wanted to ensure that we could not awake the messenger before civilization had properly developed. Must say it's an honor to be present at such turning point in our history. But in fact, Professor Yafis has already touched upon... excuse me for interrupting, but at this rate, no historical discoveries are going to be made at all. Why don't we finish our preparations first? You can always discuss the finer points of your studies once we're on our way. Of course. Very well. Can I count on you to get the necessary provisions? I intend to research our destinations a little more. No problem. Thank you, Miss Otava. Please, Professor, come, Yami. Oh, are you sure? That doesn't feel right. Ah, you professors are all alike, but really, don't worry about being so polite. We're going to be spending a lot of time together. Alright then, Emmy. Now then, if you excuse me, there's still much to be done. Come back to the Bostonians once you've finished shopping. What do you think we need for our journey around the world? It's bound to be a lot longer than a camping trip. Bread, cheese for sandwiches, biscuits for when we go exploring. Oh, and we want tea and cake on the Bostonians. You need many things. Of course, we might end up trudging through forests, climbing mountains, and exploring ancient ruins. We need provisions. For this kind of grand shopping trip, we want to go to Kensington. Kensington? Ah, of course, you aren't familiar with London. Well, this is an excellent opportunity to show you around. Very well. Kensington's, where also the Kensington Gardens are. Place I haven't been to yet. This thing must be precious if the professor's keeping it behind glass. I do kind of want to touch it, though. Well, as the professor's assistant, I better check you're qualified before letting you do that. Okay. Let's see if we can solve that riddle. But yeah, I'm not trying to use hidden coins, as I always say, but I always want to find, like, hidden secrets, riddles, and hidden coins in the scene, so I'm trying to investigate a little of them. An archaeologist has just dug up an ancient statue, and a collection of reporters and nosy members of the public have descended on the university campus where he works in order to have a look. Everyone is keen to clean the mud off the statue and see what lies beneath. However, even though the tab's been switched on, there's no water coming out of the hose. You need someone to help you get the hose spraying again, but who's the best person for the job? Once you've worked out who of A to E to ask for help, just touch the letter to submit your answer. You can change your perspective by sliding the bar. That guy's standing literally on the hose, so how about the professor? Get off your foot off of that hose. To be fair, most modern hoses are strengthened, so it's very hard to actually step on them and not notice that, you know, when the water's flowing to do anything, but yeah. He just needed to stop standing on the hose, damn. Unfortunately, now that the mud has been cleaned up, the statue doesn't appear quite as ancient as the archaeologist would have hoped. Oh well, isn't that the statue of Dean Damona or something? Correct, okay, on behalf of the professor, I grant you permission to touch that artifact as much as you like. Don't be silly, I mean, just because I want to touch it doesn't mean I should. There's a reason he's keeping it behind glass. At least he knows that. Also, where's his caretaker? We haven't seen her in a while. Which is kind of sad. Workbench, yes, I want to have one too. It's always strange to have one in the office. Bunk. Hopefully they clean that up and just not leave it there like that. But I guess they're gonna leave it there like that for somebody else to clean that up. Guess we can open the last one. Nope, no. Riddle. Okay, that's just some notes and some other things. Let's walk out of campus. Crescent Hollow University. Ah, turgid scoundrels, roaring like in like woodworms, eating us out from the inside. Come out and face justice, you cowards. Ching. Hey, wasn't that Inspector Grosky? He looked as though he was in a hurry. He must be in the middle of an investigation. Yes, no doubt. Though I don't think he's able to catch anyone without your help, Professor. That's not entirely fair, Emmy. Come on, Professor. You know as well as I do that at least half of Grosky's arrests were made with your help. And anyway, oh look, it's Dean Lamona. Why don't we go and say hello before we head into town? Good idea. Does he have another riddle from his niece? Herschel Layton, how are your preparations going? Hello, Dean Lamona. Very well, thank you. As a matter of fact, we're just going into town to buy supplies. Oh, just how long do you expect to be away digging up pottery? No, I know it's more exciting than that. Enjoy yourself. We will, thank you. Now then, before you go, you won't object helping me with the small puzzle, will you, my boy? I mentioned my granddaughter, not niece. Yep. I mentioned my granddaughter, haven't I? And darling little girl she is, but she gives me the most devilish puzzles to solve. Ah, is that a problem? It is when I can't solve them, which is the case now. What will the girl think of her old granddad? Especially since he's the dean of this university. I see. Well, I shall have a look at it for you. Okay, let's look at the puzzle his granddaughter gave him. Chock full, huh? It's treat time. These 5 people all want a specific combination of chocolates in a specific order. Your task is to find a set of chocolates that match the box in front of every person. Each set must be made up of 3 adjacent chocolates and must be selected in the order shown on the boxes from left to right. Can you divide this box of chocolates in a way that will make everybody happy? Okay, I see. Okay, this is the only person that wants all 3. And there's multiple ways to go around that. So for example this. And then we have this. And then we have ball, square, ball. Which the only way to get that is here. So, I guess this is ball, square, ball. And then we need the And this one again. And then this one. Thank you for the stretch redeem.
That should do it.
And welcome. Yes, we got
I'm
the
in the mood for
chocolates. That was way too easy and the Dean couldn't figure that out. Kind of cute, the animation though. Spectacular! All 5 of them are delighted with their treats. I hope so. Not roller coals, roly-coly bridges, huh? Ah, so that's what it was. Splendid work, Percival. Thank you. I'm glad I could be of assistance, Dean. My granddaughter will be delighted, I assure you. Well, best of luck on your travels, Herschel. Right, let's take the bus to the high street, shall we? What is a bus? Oh yes, of course, you've never taken the bus, have you? Buses are big and red, and they make getting around really easy. Indeed they do. Allow me to explain. Bus stop, blah blah blah, it's the same as always. Can either select the bus symbol on the touchscreen or investigate the bus stop with your magnifying glass. And with a simple touch, you select your destination. Yes. So I just choose where I want to go? That's right, now let's take the bus. Normally you also have to pay, but I guess that's not an issue here. Blink. And be careful to not get any critters on you while you're searching for coins in the buses. Because it's critter season again. Also make sure to check your pets for any little crawlies that shouldn't be there, because it's always good to get rid of those before they cause any issues. Let's go to Kensington.
Welcome to London, Aurora. This is your world?
Just a bit different, I imagine, to a couple of 100,000 years ago, you know? So many people. So what do you think? This is Kensington High Street. This there is a fancy clothes shop, and here's the gymnast. Chemist. I for some reason I read chimney, you know, first, but then that didn't make any sense. Probably because we cleaned our attic recently, so the chimney sweep could actually reach the chimney. Which definitely have to sort through that a bit more. Basically, that was like my entire Saturday and Sunday was we spent like hours upon hours in the attic cleaning it, because we have a lot of furniture and stuff there, and with me moving back home to my parents for a while after, or at the end of this year, because of the contract of the apartment running out, needed some space for more furniture up there and things like that, and it is very chaotic, so we're, you know, sorting through like very old stacks of books from like my great-great-grandparents up to like old furniture pieces from like wardrobes and things like that, because the attic is kind of the only dry place we have. Like our workshop place is kind of open too much, so wood tends to bend and things, so we obviously don't want to have that. So yeah, spent hours up there. I guess that's why I thought of chimney stuff. There should be some nice cafes down that way too. I see you have many establishments. Yep, you can get pretty much anything around here. In fact, in that shop there you can... Huh? What? What's the matter? Has something caught your eye? Oh, what's the mom doing here? Hey Aurora, my mom's over there. Come on, let's go and say hello. I feel something calling to me. In case I have my cell phone close to the mic or stable. Yes, no, I know that, and that's not my cell phone, and it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the new neighbors. I have that since like a month or so, basically since the old people closed their contract, and left. I randomly have that at like 2 or 3 in the morning. It's always at the same times. But basically, since they cancelled their contract, I think they must have used hotspot or something, and the new person also hadn't had the person in yet to install that. So yeah, I had that, like, it wasn't an issue before at all. But like, since like a month now it is. But funnily enough, always like around 1 to 3 a.m. Which is like, of course, directly my stream time, and sometimes the same time in the afternoon. So yeah, I assume it's from them, because it has matched up directly with their stuff, so... thanks for saying that though, just in case, you know, there's always a chance I wouldn't have noticed, but yeah, no, in this case. Sadly not my phone. My phone actually is in airplane mode and on the exactly opposite side of the microphone. You barely noticed anymore. Yeah, if you, like, I completely, like, glanced over that also. It's like, you know, not even there anymore, I guess, after, like, a month. But fair, new people would notice. But yeah, it's nothing I can do about it. It shall hopefully go away in, like, 1 or 2 months. I know that, like, getting the devices delivered, especially with a postal service being very wacky at the moment, can take a while. Like, even for me, it took, like, almost a month to get my router here, because you know, most providers need you to have their special router to install the internet, especially since we have internet over TV, so over fiber optic. They need their special device first before you can actually change to your own device or keep their device, and it takes quite a while. And my parents, we don't have that problem, although the internet, actually, I don't know, might get better, since most people now have fiber optics, or are getting fiber optics, which means they're slowly turning away from the telephone line internet. A good thing about that is that line can hold a significant amount of data. The only reason why they limited it is because there is too many people and it doesn't have the, you know, bandwidth to feed all of them at once. So hopefully the internet should be pretty stable by the time I move back to my parents. That being said, they wanted to add fiber optics to most houses for like 3 years now. They have connected it. The problem, which many people haven't realized, is they need to make sure that the cables running on their property can be connected to their house, which means they need to drill holes in their walls and make sure, like, to actually get somebody there to install it, which a lot of people haven't yet, which means they haven't switched their contract yet. But we shall see. I mean, there's a reason why we didn't swap, and the reason is plainly because it's, like, way more expensive. It's like, I think like $300 more per year for the same volume of data than we get right now at my parents. And if everybody else leaves, why should we? But yeah, to be fair, at the apartment, yeah, I have fiber optic, and having tasted, although it's now very expensive, but in like the starting time when you get the internet plan, you get like great deals. So having tasted 800 Mbits per second, such a sweet taste. It's so quick. But yeah. Internet, isn't it wonderfully expensive? Mom, hey Mom! Luke, what are you doing here? I thought you were off on a trip with Professor Layton. Ah, hello Harsha. I'm surprised to see you again so soon. Do you have lectures to give today? Ah, no. In fact, one of my colleagues has agreed to take over my classes for a while. I'm on sabbatical for research purposes. Luckily you haven't. You put up a server and store everything remote. Yeah. I would love to have a server too, with our current electricity prices. Running a server, way too expensive. I do want to have a mini server eventually for like running Minecraft and things like that. And then I want to like separate the entities, so like one part of the server for Minecraft, one for storage. I do love me my hard drive storages, especially if I can just, you know, take them out of the PC and have that easily, but like, why not double down with a server eventually? But yeah, that's one of the same reasons why I haven't gotten any pets yet, because I really want, or again, we had mice, but after they passed so quickly, you know, my mom couldn't handle it anymore, understandably, so we decided not to get any more mice. I may eventually get some more, or rats, because they're cute. But yeah, I want to get the crested gecko. The problem is you need the lighting and stuff. And electricity costs very expensive. No, in fact, okay. Oh, really? Does that mean you found something exciting? I imagine Luke will want to tag along again if you let him. Of course, it's no trouble, Bonder. Actually, he's a great help. What are you doing here, Mom? Well, I was going to Gressonhill Library to do some reading for a paper on plate tectonics, but I've been standing here for ages and the bus still hasn't come. It'd be quicker to wait for the ground to shift at this rate. In fact, I've been waiting so long I've even had time to make a puzzle. That's either very impressive on her brain or very long. Mutual meeting places. Both friends are going to the theater and plan to meet at the bus stop outside. For the shortest journey, there's just one option and it has 2 changes. Fantastic, I can get a direct bus. So I change at the second stop, I come to, then I get off 2 stops after that? Looks as though I have 2 possibilities and they both have the same number of stops. Which do I choose? Based on these statements, can you work out which bus stops they're meeting at? Okay, okay, I want that open. Let's open a memo. Hey, it's not broken. They fixed it from the last game. So, I have 2 possibilities and they both have the same numbers of stops. That is D. He has 2 lines. One needs to be and ends. And I do think it's the same. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's somewhere along the lines of green or pink, I would say. So somewhere along the lines of these. So I change it at the second stop. Come to, then I get off 2 stops after that. 1, 2. And then 1, 2, or 1, 2. It all ends at the blue line, huh? To be fair, like, it ends at the blue line. The only lines, like, these guys only meet up here, technically. Or in the middle of here somewhere. Why is this so stuttery all of a sudden? Tablet, you okay? Okay, for the shortest journey there's just one option and it has 2 changes, so likely change here. And then change here. And then go somewhere to the blue line, I guess. Let's switch colors. So B, I can get a direct bus, which means likely the blue line. Somewhere. D has 2 options and they both are literally the same. A has to change twice and then get here, I would say. Considering that this one isn't the same number of spots, and then let's see if it meets for C. Change at the second stop. And then 1, 2 stops after. Okay, I would say it's this one. I hope I'm right.
Let's shed some light on
Whoops.
this one.
That almost spilled my tea.
Excellent, if I do say so myself.
I'm normally not very clumsy, but when I'm sick I notice I'm definitely a bit more. I mean, again, I usually don't throw plates or bowls to the ground, but today I did. Very not pleasant. Busted it. Huh, nice work. Okay. We got there in the end. Young Moses is like... Okay, so we got them in the end to their exit spot. Easy work for you, as always, Social. But yeah, it kind of looks like it, just a bit, you know. I mean, a bit different face coloration, but like the face did look very like Moose's, like, in a way. Oh well. Right then, I should let you get on. Luke, I want you on your best behavior, alright? No reckless rushing around. I'm sure the professor will be keeping an eye on you, but still. Oh, come on, Mom. I've been on tons of trips with the professor and I'm always good. Yes, well, I know you. Oh, by the way, Mom, I meant to introduce you to our new friend. Her name is Aurora. We met her in Fromberg. Aurora, this is my Huh? Professor, where's Aurora gone? Oh dear, she seems to have wandered off while we were chatting. Is Aurora a fair-haired girl in a rather severe pink dress by any chance? Yes, why did you see her when she went? She walked off towards the museum a few minutes ago. Didn't realize she was with you. Oh no, to the museum? Is it her first time in London? You better go after her quickly. This is your mouth. Did you just call me a mouth? You're so grounded, young man. Oh. Yes, come on, Professor, let's go. Yes, let's. Excuse us, Brenda. It was lovely seeing you. I love that she knows that her son literally, like, jumps out of airplanes and things like that, but she feels safe enough having him with the professor. I don't know, if I was Luke's mother, I would be severely more concerned about the new adventure. But hey. Oh, and there's the bus. That worked out quite nicely on the end. Off you go then. I hope you find your friend soon. Yep, see you, Mom. To be fair, in German, you know, Mutter and Mutter also is not like... I mean, I guess both kind of hold something together. Or should, but, you know. Still, it's also a weird, like... thing to have. Hmm? Ding! There, Nimrod, splendid! I didn't expect stealth work to offer so much as a leisurely jog. Hello, Inspector Grosky. Oh, it's Layton. When did you get back to London then? Just a couple days ago. Ah, you look restless, Inspector. Is there something I can help with? Well, as a matter of fact... Ah, never mind. It's nothing you need concern yourself with, Layton. Now then. For the yard! Chunk! Scatterbrain. Do you suppose he's investigating some secret police case? Presumably. I wonder what kind of case could be so confidential. Maybe we can ask him again next time we... Ah, Professor, look! There, by the museum! Is that statue... sleeping? Okay, I guess that's not a statue, but a meme person then? Hey, we found the worn bracelet. Nothing too uncommon. Any of these perfect for a hit coin? I guess not. Okay, let's talk to her. There you are, Aurora. We've been looking all over for you. Professor Layton? Well, you seem to be alright. You shouldn't run off like that, you know, without telling anyone. I'm sorry. If you want to go somewhere, just tell us and we'll come with you. I understand. What is this place? It's a museum. Would you like to go inside? Something about it feels familiar. Oh, do you think there might be Azran artifacts inside? Very likely. The museum is home to all sorts of ancient objects. It's almost certain that some of Azran origins are there. Suggest we go inside and find out. Yes. Hey, there's a policeman guarding the doors. What's going on? Let's find out and solve the riddle for him. I'm sorry, sir, but the museum is closed to visitors at this time. I'm afraid we can't go in, Aurora. Why? What's wrong? Blimey, that's like something my gran would wear. I tell you, ladies and their fashion. Do you mean me? Oh, terribly sorry, miss. Who do I think I am? The fashion police? No, I'm just a run-of-the-mill constable. Anyhow, can I help you with anything? Why can't we go in? You want to know what's behind the special closure, huh? Okay then, I don't see why not. But well, I have this other case I'm working on while I'm standing here on guard duty. They'd appreciate a bit of help with that. If you can do that for me, I'll be sure to tell you all about the special closure, alright? Let's solve the riddle for him. Also, I don't know where this weird policeman voice came from. Again, I'm not a voice actor, but I'm always trying to have voices when I read stories. The police have received a warning from a legendary safecracker about this next crime. Tonight I plan to break into the bank and... thank you, that was as quick as it appeared. Tonight I plan to break into the bank and take the treasure from one of the safe's numbers 1 to 60. I will steal from the one safe whose number cannot be made by adding together any combination of these 0, 1, 2, 4, 7, 15, 31. Using each one no more than once per combination, that is. Which safe should the police keep an extra close eye on tonight? We need to do math. I mean, 0 plus 1. I mean, we have 1, 2, 4, 7, 15, 31. And then we have 3, 6, no, 3, 5, 6. No, hold on. I need to do that no more. So 3, 5, 8. That's a cripple 5. 8, 16, 32. And then we have 6, 9, 17, 33. Am I thinking too stupid? Hold on. Is it just 0? No, it's 1 to 60, never mind. I'm not too stupid, I just can't be, cause it's safe numbers. Okay, never mind. 7, 8, 9. Is there a 10 we can make? We cannot make a 10, can we? No, we can make a 10. So we can make a 10. Okay, so 1 to, hold on. So 1 to 10 are a no. 11 would be 7 and 4. 12 would be 7, 4, 1. 13 would be these 3. 14 would be plus 1. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. So 20 is, or 10 to 20 is a no. Okay. Thing is, as soon as we can make every number to 30 in some way, shape, or form, we know that technically all others should be possible, right? So 15, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and since we can make 11 with these, 26, 27, 28, 29, we cannot make another 15, so 30, right? Is it 30? Because you can make a 40 with all of these. I mean 29 and then plus 31 is 60, but we cannot make a 30, I think. 7, 14. Oh, no 30. Okay, I would say it's 30 then. Let's see.
That should do it.
As always, when I do these riddles and I'm stuck in things like that, feel free to riddle on the side. I always, you know, if I take like a little bit longer, I always appreciate people guessing with me. I want a poll to you guys, they're cute. By the way, since the Glory of Team Rocket set came out, I've been looking at the set, and again, kind of like Prismatic Evolutions, like we're not gonna get all cards of that. It's likely gonna be a mix with another set or something, but we're gonna get likely get a decent bit of the cards from the set of Glory of Team Rocket in the new Destined Rivals. And I have to say, except for some cards, like the fire cards and like one or two others, the set doesn't speak to me at all, like artwork-wise. A lot of people think it's really cool. I guess it looks strong, but like when it comes to the artwork, I decided to actually not go for it, which, you know, all things considered, it's gonna be another hype set. If it was any good, I would still try and go for it, but yeah, since I don't like or don't care for more than 80% of the cards, I decided not to. So I will continue, even after the release of Destined Rivals, I will continue to just open up card packs for the other sets and try to, you know, complete more of those. Still a decent bit of the new set. And I still have a decent bit of Temporal Forces. And hey, I got the book. Nice. Okay, let's figure out what's the... oops, I must have clicked something. Hold on. Display toggle. That one. Nope. There we go. Now I have my mouse here. Click the key apparently. But yeah, let's figure out what the weird thing is. Great, looks like we can take preventative measures in this case then. Thank you for your assistance, sir. So you want to know why the museum is closed off, correct? Truth is, there's been a robbery. A scene of the crime will be closed to members of the public for the duration of the police investigation, but we expect the main galleries to reopen as soon as the detectives have completed their search of the area. I see, thank you for the information. I wonder if this is why Inspector Grosky was running around in a A robbery? Are you people not content with their own possessions? Sadly, some are not. Yes, indeed. Well, then let's leave this investigation to the police and resume the preparations for our journey. Oh yes, Professor, I was thinking, how about stopping by a fashion boutique before doing the food shopping? Well, we still have time, I suppose. Was there something you need, Emmy? It's not for me, it's for Aurora. We might end up hiking through rough terrain. She could do with something a little more practical. And besides, people keep commenting on her dress. Maybe she'll blend in better if we get some more modern clothing. For me? Good idea, Remy. Although I think her dress is quite charming and simple. There was a place back on High Street. Let's try there. So I guess we're gonna hopefully make it to the museum at some point. Where did... Oh. Lag? Okay. Not my fault, sorry. That's on the game. Let's get Aurora a nice new outfit. Shall we? So, you don't like my dress? It's not that, it's just, well, you do stand out a bit. You look like you're going to a formal dinner or a fancy ball. But don't worry, we'll find you a nice, comfortable outfit. Emmy, I think perhaps I should leave it to you to select clothes for Aurora. Ladies' fashion is not my area of expertise. I see, very well.
What's this? Look, this one's sweet. Isn't it?
Nope, none of
Maybe
these.
not.
Get her the blue one. Get her the blue one, come on. Aww. Okay, that does look quite simple and cute.
Well,
It suits you.
Must be feeling a bit weird to not wear a dress anymore, but pants? That's sure. But doesn't this make me stand out even more? Not at all, you might think you look strange, but to us you just look just like a schoolgirl coming back from a badminton practice. Shorts? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like a skirt or something would have been cuter. What did I say? I can't remember. Also, welcome, Barbina. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, I think like the blue dress or something would have suited her a bit more. But I guess since it's Emmy and Emmy likes pants, you know, looks very nice on you, Aurora. It does, and Tarjan won't recognize you so easily like this. Thank you very much for your help. And that's another thing, no need to be so formal with us. Try to be a little bit more relaxed in your manner and you blend in better. To be relaxed? May take some time to get into it, but I'm sure you can do it. Hope you had a good day, Verbena. Yes, I see. Right, now that we have been seen to Aurora's needs, let us proceed with the rest of our shopping. And so they gathered supplies. Okay, brown bread, yes, butter, yes, parch oats, muffins, oh, crumpets. We also have marmalade, apples, figs, we have everything we need for breakfast. I see, Emmy, how are we doing for our other meals? We're all sorted, Professor. I've gotten through the list twice. I'd say we're ready to go back to the Bostonias. Hey, isn't it? Growski, yes. You can't hide forever, Tarjan reprobates. I was the quick and clicking that off. That would have been my new English learning word for today, I guess, but hey. Wow, Inspector Growski was running faster than ever. I wonder who he's chasing down that alley. I don't like the look of this. We should follow him. Yeah, we likely should. Knowing Growski. But yeah, again, for those who don't, maybe, you know, there's some older games that show the story on how Emmy came to be in Professor Layton's vicinity. I think that was an aspect, and then of course we have the movie. Which I cannot highlight enough how amazing the Professor Layton movie is, and so many here haven't seen it, so, you know, always suggesting it. The Eternal Diva. It actually exists on YouTube in English somewhere, and, you know, you should be able to find it actually for free. At least last time we watched it, like, a couple months ago it was still. And the years before that. But yeah, it's amazing. And it belongs into the story 100%, so, you know. Confounding glaciers, I'm almost at them. I'm sure the crooks came down here, though. Oh, who's there?
jig is up for you, Sonny Jim.
Who are you?
You've been sticking your nose where it don't belong.
So Tarjan think you're enough to stop me, do they?
More than enough. Get him!
He looks like he has a maroon on his head or something. Also, I love that he just casually punched through the metal.
Nice try.
Dunk,
Emmy!
dunk. I love the faces in the Professor Layton games. Like, the face shapes are so iconic and fun.
Another win for the yard.
Looks like you owe me one, Inspector Grosky.
Huh?
I'm glad you have seen it. Hope you enjoyed it too. Sergeant Scum, are you? Tell me, who's the leader of your little organization, huh? Give me a name. Hell. Or like a Hershey's kiss, you know? Nobody interferes with Sergeant. You'll regret this. How then the name of the yard? Blasty Scum must have slipped through the secret door. Inspector Grosky, that was rather too close, are you heard? Oh, Layton and the little chap are here too. Nothing like a good fight to get the blood pumping. I'm not a little chap, my name is Luke. Oh, sorry, my boy. Inspector, we need to talk to you about Sergeant. Did you hear me earlier? Well, you were shouting pretty loud. Budgerigars? Okay, I guess I have another word I can look up in my dictionary. What the heck does that mean? Budgerigars? Budgerigars? Oh, it's literally, okay, literally a battery. Okay. It's the name for battery, or like the long name. Okay, that makes sense. I guess I've never heard that. Everybody always says battery. Layton, this is top secret mission. I'm not spilling the beans to civilians, not even trustworthy ones, for the yard. But we have information on them? I guess not. He's run off again. Why would he be on anything top secret anyway? Isn't he just an ordinary police inspector? Grosky seems to think those were Targent, and if he was correct, then we may assume that Scotland Yard is not only aware of Targent, but getting in their way. I think we should inform Professor Sycamore right away. We finished our shopping in any case. So that means going which way again? The Bostonians is at the aerodrome, Luke. We need to take the bus to get there. And we haven't been to the museum yet, huh? That's okay. Now, where shall we go? To the aerodrome. I guess we're gonna go back to London in between things to figure out what this item is that Aurora called to her at the museum. The Bostonius is over that way. Yes, and with any luck, Professor Sycamore will be on board. I hope Inspector Grosky will be alright, trying to take on Targent all by himself. Where have they gone? I better catch up. Love that they just casually have a place like this in London. Blissful boot. Okay, interesting. Blip. And no hint coin. No. Okay, we got a hint coin. Never mind. I haven't complained. I just love the music. Professor Layton music is some of the best Nintendo game music ever, I swear. Okay, up there. Hello, you there. Come over here. I want to talk to you. It's Granny Riddleton. You're looking a bit troubled back there. Puzzle trouble, I'd say. Wait a minute, I know you. You're Elizabeth. Wait, no, it's Granny Red. Quiet, girl. Let your elders speak. Behold, you're now finding yourself before the beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton. Well, you may speak now. Hello, Granny Riddleton. To the troubled and confused youth of today, I have my most trusted ally. Sorry, what? Is it another bee? No, it's the cat again. I love the cat. Meow. It's Keats. The world revolves around puzzles. Easy puzzles, tricksy puzzles, puzzles you love, puzzles you wish you'd never started. Then there's one you want to go back to with a fresh mind, but you can't find them anymore. And then the ones you've never spotted in the first place, which I know we're missing at least 2 or 3, considering how the numbers have continued. Where do they go? These poor lost and abandoned puzzles. Who takes care of them? Here, I present to you the beautiful and clairvoyant Keats, my kitty. Oh, Keats, I remember him. So anytime we miss our chances of a puzzle, your cat here will hold on to it? That's it, exactly. If you want to solve one of those lost puzzles, just go and talk to Keats. Aww. That's pretty convenient, thank you. But Keats is your cat. Won't you miss him if he goes with us? Oh, nonsense. I need someone to look after him when I tour the mud butts of the world. Oh, yes, can I retain my youthful glow? Toodaloo now. That voice doesn't help the fact that my throat is still a bit more scratchy from being sick. Wait! The other voices usually are fine, but these like older people voices? Man, my poor voice box. Emmy? There you are! Ah, Luke, sorry, were you looking for me? You don't usually fall behind. What were you doing? I just met... Oh, well, never mind. I'll tell you later. Come on, let's go and find the professor. Meow. We got a cat companion. Usually they stay in place, but I guess because we are using an airship, you know, going all over the world, it does help to have the cat with you. Ah, I see. Everybody's back. I'm about to give the flight instruments one last check. I might take a little while, I'm afraid, so I hope you're not anxious to depart. Please take your time. We have only just finished our own preparations. Thank you, Professor. Shall I put these bags away? Yes, thank you, Raymond. Incidentally, is Professor Sycamore here? The professor went out to check some facts before a trip, I believe. I'm sure he won't be long. Ah, here he is now. Ah, you're back. Good. Are you ready to depart? Raymond is still occupied with the ship, but I would like to leave as soon as he's ready. Actually, Professor, there's a matter that I would like to discuss with you before we depart. Oh, and what's that? Earlier today, we witnessed an incident in which a police inspector from Scotland Yard was set up by a group of thugs. The inspector in question seemed to think that his attackers were working for Targent. Go on. If Targent is targeting the police, we can only suppose that Scotland Yard are actively pursuing them. Scotland Yard? Drat, that complicates things. As a matter of fact, I've also heard some worrying news. It appears that a group of uniformed men and women have been thrown up at Azran sites all around the world. Oh, well, that has to be... Targent, yes, I think we can expect them to turn up at the locations we are about to visit as well. This is rather troubling. Quite, and I have reason to believe that Scotland Yard have been investigating Azran sites too. Wow, they must be pouring all their resources into stopping Targent. Do you think so? I'm not so sure. Actually, I'm of a mind to look into this further. Would you accompany me? Your friendly ties with the police could be of use. Oh, of course. I suppose we can't be too careful with an organization like Target. Let's hope our fears prove to be wrong. Shall we make our way to the bus stop then? Ah, hang on a sec. I mean to tell you, I bumped into an old friend on the way here. Yeah. Keats. Here's going to be looking after unsolved puzzles. Oh, very useful. Well, I'm sure he managed to find a comfortable spot on the sofa. With your permission, of course, Professor. Very well, Raymond. Can't you procure some cat food and a litter tray? I knew we were at least missing one, but I didn't think we were missing only one. No. I guess that's because we didn't go back to the, like on the pier, we didn't talk to other people, we straight went back from the fishing town. Okay, fishing friends. 3 friends, Evie and 3, are fishing on the riverbank. Watching them is a keen-eyed fisherman who says, "One of these lads has caught a Wellington boot, and another caught an empty can. The third lad thought he's landed himself a really big catch. Another lad who caught the wellies next to the one who made the big catch. But it wasn't B who caught the welly. I'm right about this, mark my words. Who landed a big catch?" I mean, the thing is, the lad who caught the wellies next to the one who made the big catch. But it wasn't B, so it's either A or C, which means it's always gonna be B that has the big catch.
Intuition should serve me well.
There's no, like, that's way too easy. I wanted, like, a good, like, logic riddle, come on. Turns out his big catch was an old car tire. It's certainly big, but not much of a catch. You can make a swing from that. We actually, that's the funny thing, like, car tires here have been used since ages, like, actually also tractor tires. Tractor tires, like, buried in the ground, like, a bit, like 1/3, have been used as, like, climbing things for, like, in some playgrounds. We actually also had that at our kindergarten. It's actually kind of fun as a child to climb them, because, you know, with the tracks, like, when they face in the right way, you can easily climb them. And, like, normal car wheels, older ones, we had as swings. We actually had in our primary school, we had them, was like a circle of, like, swings. I think it was 6 or so. And, like, all of them had, like, a normal swing, and then attached on that, like, a tire. It meant you could sit on the swing and have your legs, like, in the tire, like, sideways, and it was, like, actually quite comfortable and quite fun. And they had a bit more weight, so, you know, once you got up higher, you had a bit more momentum. I love these kind of, like, repurposed things. I saw people use very old tires, cutting them up for artworks. I'm watching a YouTuber, I forgot what he's called right now, but he makes, is it sculptures or something? He makes, like, sculptures out of wood and resin, but he also made, like, some for the Super Bowl and things like that, where he cut up car tires and made the mascots and things like that for years. It's very fun. Okay, we have no puzzles, let's continue. Let's try and find the yard, shall we? We still got a bit of time until the next bus arrives. Oh, look, it's Grosky. Well, then I must get back to the grindstone. Emily, enjoy your trip. Wait, Clump! Oh, he's impossible. That's Inspector Grosky for you. He always rushes off before you can say a word. I'm afraid he can get very caught up in his cases. There's an entire playground in your old town that was all repurposed tires. Very cool. Yeah, I really like that, because the fact is, like, with it being, like, an oil-based product, like the material, you know, old gummy in that way, like, it's not really something you can recycle easily. You can burn, but it's not good for the atmosphere. But, you know, clearly we need tires for cars and things like that quite a lot. So, you know, having them, and I mean, tires do last quite a while, at least in cars and stuff, you know. But having them as, like, a used thing for, like, playgrounds and things like that. Hold on. Okay, I think that was my PC. I heard some humming. I think it was my PC. I'm a bit paranoid because I had, like, a giant wasp in my house today. I mean, they don't do anything. They're just searching for places to build the nest. But still, don't like to have a wasp right next to my ear. But yeah, I love reusing them. Granted, like, it depends on also the weather you're in, obviously, like, hot roads will wear them down quicker and things like that, but yeah. I like when they're, like, still usable to, like, make playgrounds of them and things like that. You know, they're fairly sturdy, they last for quite a while in wind and weather conditions, so why not? Oh yes, you can. Wait a minute, are you Professor Layton by chance? Yes, that's correct. Have we met? Oh, sorry, my name is Emily Knapp. Inspector Grosky is my older brother. What, really? I didn't know the inspector had a sister. Mr. Layton, how do you do? And I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice. Oh, I've heard all about you from my brother. He says you've helped him on all sorts of cases. If I'm being honest, police work is really all he talks about. When he and my husband get together, they never stop. Yes, Clamp is another inspector. He means well. I mean, he came all the way out here to see us off and everything, but you saw it, he rushed right off again. He came to see you off? Does that mean you're going away somewhere? Oh yes, didn't I mention my husband and I are going on a honeymoon trip all the way around the world? Wow, a trip around the world? That's just what I'd like from a honeymoon. I'm so looking forward to it. Why don't you plan something similar with your fiancé? Oh no, I don't have anyone like that just now. Too busy rushing around as an academic assistant. Oh well, as long as you enjoy it. I'm afraid I have my head in pink clouds. Just look at this puzzle my husband gave me. To be fair, they do also go around the world, so I guess they're gonna meet up. What a coincidence, oh? Heart of Tiles, okay. It's another one of those, so clearly we cannot get the edges like this, so we need to have some in the middle. Problem is the top, which we can only get like this. And then we can, no, we will have to get the middle like this. We do need white tiles here and here. But I do also need to cover up this part. And then this just goes like this. I like them, they're very nice and simple, you just need to like kind of get behind the idea of them. And to start out with the right part, because else you can't click on them again and again like I did with the dog. Lovely design, you deserve some heartfelt applause for your efforts. Also look at these cute cats. I love the drawings and the riddles, they're so adorable. Isn't it sweet? Well, I better not keep you. Good luck with your work. I hope my brother isn't too much trouble. Not at all, thank you. Well, we'll be off then. I hope you and your husband have a wonderful honeymoon. Thanks, we will. Come along, love, we missed the boat. Oh, isn't that time already? Sorry, dear. Look, it's Shelby. Thought you were going to let me go off around the world on my own there for a minute. Yeah, Chelmy is the other inspector, though he has a bit more of brains than Groske has. Scotland Yard it is, huh? It hasn't really changed all that much since we were here from the first time. I think the first game that showed Scotland Yard should have been, or at least where we played in London a bit more, it should have been Unwound Future, right? Here we are, Scotland Yard. This building is quite imposing. Yes, Scotland Yard is the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police, who are in charge of protecting the entire city of London. I'm hoping to find some information on Targent here. They have a huge archive room, don't they? There must be something there. Professor, have you noticed the lady standing by the entrance? Is that Grosky's fan? Amen. I could smell that from 10 miles away. Look, another airship. You know, this is still playing like way before New Age of Steam. And the actual, like, I think it's supposed to be in America, the setup, from what we've gathered, over when Luke's older. So I guess this is the beginning of the, you know, airships being more common. I mean, they had planes and airships before, but not as much, you know. And now they seem to be more common. Like, cars and things before that, yes, but like airships like that and things like that, like, they were always just a side thing, or like a, you know, thing the villains used, but they weren't really all around, and in this one they are. So I think, you know, it's slowly developing, the city, the people in here, and then of course the other one will play when Luke's a bit older, the new game. So I think obviously then, like, the airships and things like that will be more developed, which it's very exciting. I mean, the name is a new word of Steam, so I really can't wait for the release, even if it's sometimes at the end of the year. Still, it's gonna be so exciting. And we're gonna have all games finished before then, including the 2 other crossovers. Oh, Inspector Grosky, what a treat to watch you pursuing criminals on your home turf. So at ease, so confident. I shudder to think of the danger you're in, but I know you cracked this top-secret case. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were here. You must be hoping to join the Clampettes. Not really, Miss Hannah. Hannah, you're president of Grosky's fan club, are you not? I don't suppose he disclosed details of this case to you. You want to ask me about Grosky? I know everything. For instance, even as we speak, he's out vanquishing an evil organization. Just so thrilling. Gorgeous Grosky on a secret mission for justice, tracking down criminals while the city sleeps. Oh, do you suppose that was classified? Well, I'm afraid you have to solve this puzzle to join the Clampettes. Or join the Clampettes. Well, we're not going to join the Clampettes. I wanted to take a sip of my tea. Well, I have no sip of my tea left. How about that? Was good though. I'm currently drinking, like before that, I was drinking more black teas and things like that in winter. But I'm currently drinking like light matchas. I'm saying like a quarter of the dose that you usually make your matcha. So it's basically like a sweet, light green tea. I kind of like that. First of all, it doesn't go into the heart rate as much as if you drink like a full-on normal strength matcha. Second of all, it has this nice sweetness more than the bitterness if you brew it really light. I mean, the matcha I have is high quality, it isn't that bitter anyways, but like you still taste it more obviously the more you take, so. So it's very nice. Especially like considering it's nice for the throat when you have inflammation in it. Okay, a girl receives a letter in the box from a mischievous but oh so erotic boyfriend. My dearest darling Hannahby, apprehending scoundrels keeps me from you. Here's a token of my love. I know you unlock it before I see you tomorrow. A star of 10 lights bright as fire. Reveals my heart's truest desire. A star, huh? Star 10 light bright as fire. We need a star somewhere. There is kind of a star shape, but not really. Star. It's either a star or a heart, I would say. A star of 10 lights bright as fire reveals my heart's truest desire. So I would say it's a star on the top and it reveals like a heart. Oh. I'm staring right at it. And yes, it makes a star shape. Very easy, if you see it.
Critical thinking is
I was searching for like things that make good triangles that are even, because the others don't really make even triangles, if that makes sense. So it needed to be in the middle. 10 lights combine to create the shape of a star, opening the box and revealing a wedding scene behind it. Could this mean that the boyfriend is proposing? All seems a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? Yeah, well... Did you see it? Did you not? It's very hard to see, though. Correct, very well, I think I can trust you. Hope you can help. Things seems a bit in the stir about the station, and I don't want anything putting Grosky off his game. I think it's all related to this new mission of his. Oh, beloved Clamp, you set the world around you all aflutter, just as you do my heart. It appears that Hannah hasn't changed a bit. No, not at all. I mean, at least she keeps a decent distance as a fangirl. Like, she's not as crazy as others, but oh my goodness, it always gives me the chills. Bet you can sense Inspector Grosky's presence a mile away. Her words about the police station being in turmoil do worry me, however. Something big is afoot. Anyway, let's go inside and investigate. I mean, considering something has been stolen at the museum too. I wonder if that all they plays together somehow. They did change the entrance up quite a bit. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Well, if it isn't Professor Layton, good day to you, sir. And if it isn't Lag, good day to you. Hello, Constable. What brings you here on this fine day? Are you here to see Inspector Grosky? Actually, I was hoping to consult some Scotland Yard's case records. Do you think that would be possible? That sort of thing stored down in the archives, sir, but after they're not accessible at the moment. Surely I can give you any more details, Professor. Maybe a senior officer could give you permission if you asked, though. A senior officer? Somebody above Inspector Grosky, then. Who else do we know? Off the top of my head, the only other person I can think of is Detective Inspector Bloom. Oh yeah, didn't he say he was a senior detective at Scotland Yard? Is this man a friend of yours? Well, he's a bit serious, but he and the professor solved the case together a few months ago in Montador. And I don't know why I don't quite like him, but I don't quite like him. Very well, let's inquire whether he is here. Ah, if it's T.I. Bloom you're looking for, you're in luck. He should be in his office. That's just down the corridor on your left, sir. Thank you, Constable. We shall go and see him immediately. They did change it up quite a drastic bit from the inside, like it was very different before. But hey. Hello to Bloom.
Professor Layton, this is a surprise.
It is.
Good day to you, Detective Bloom.
I'm sorry that I had to leave Montador so suddenly. I was called back to London on an urgent matter.
That's okay. It must be really stressful to be a senior detective.
I must admit I've been extremely busy lately. We're in the midst of a somewhat delicate case. The whole department is in turmoil. But enough about that. Tell me, what brings you here today?
A lot of things, but first... Yeah, gloves, that's... Well, you can turn off that light. But we don't get a hint coin from it. Isn't that a shame? Let's open his cabins. I'm sure that's friendly, you know, just snooping around while he's in the room. You have very little hint coins in here. Kind of disappointing. Maybe I missed a decent bit. I'm sure you didn't just come for an idle chat. You're right, we're currently in the middle of an investigation for which we need to consult certain case records. However, it appears that we need special permission. To enter the archives, well, since it's you we're talking about, I don't see any problems with that. In fact, I'd take you there myself if I didn't have a strategy meeting in a few minutes. I'd tell the officers to let you in. Take all the time you need. Thank you, that's most helpful of you. It's no trouble at all. Well then, I hope to see you again soon, Professor. Perhaps we can discuss archaeology next time. Yes, absolutely. Please excuse me then, gentlemen, ladies. Ah, well, that was easy. Let's go. I know where the archives are. We go back to the lobby and then straight down the stairs at the back. Yes, which is where we usually are. I wonder if the lights have something. Oh, well. I guess one of them has. Okay, well, let's go to the archives then. We've already seen them in the cutscene. Ah, it's a bit dingy down here and it smells funny. If it's too unsettling for you, you can always wait upstairs, Luke. No, I can handle it. In fact, I bet I can find the records we need before you do, Emmy. Oh, really? Well, I can't resist the challenge. So, what are we looking for exactly? We know that Targent are after Azran artifacts, so let's look for any relevant reports of theft. Understood. But these archives are huge. Won't it take forever for us to search through everything? Let me guess, there's a system and we have to solve a route for that. Suppose we will have to divide the work between us and each take a different shelf. Luke, do you think you can manage alone? You can count on me, Professor. I search my section extra carefully from one end to the other. Ha, I'm sure you will. Whoa, who leaves a book lying around like this? Someone could trip and damage their spine. It sounds like someone's a fan of tidying up. Actually, I hate tidying up. It just bothers me when things aren't in the right place, that's all. If they have a right place, and I know there's a right place for them, then I have that too. Oh, don't say that. Tidying up can be fun. Take this puzzle, for example. Was it explained how Aurora can speak English, or did they gloss over it? It wasn't yet explained. But I'm gonna say it wasn't yet. But I think I remember it will be. This library has such a confusing system for arranging books. Even the librarians often give up and leave them in a trolley. The numbers next to and above each shelf indicate how many books should be in rows or columns. Some books are part of a series, so they're bundled together to make them easier for people to find. Okay. Touch and slide books into empty spaces on the bookshelf. Okay. Okay. So the one with the 1, 2, and 2, the thing with that is... this row will be done now. The thing with the 4, it would be easier if it was like this, huh? And then we can turn this like this for this 4, that finishes that. Now there cannot be any more here. There can be 2 in here, 4 in here. This one has 6, so I would say something like this, and then we need something... that's a problem. Okay, never mind, then this one needs to go somewhere else. There's a very limited number of where they can go. But I would say... okay, this one can only have 1 though, so if this one has 2, it must be 1, it must be 2 like this, which means the 4 box must be something like this. And then something else here. But then we have more than 3 here. Which the 5 here. Okay, let's start again. Start with the highest number. So 6 can only have that here, and then like something here, for example. 5, that means all of them in a row. And we need 2 down here. If it's 5, let's put it over where the 3 is. Because I think up here the 1 would make more sense. We have 4, which we can put... the 1 here is done, so we can put them here and here technically. Or 1 on each side. So let's do this, 3. And technically 2 here, or we can use these 4. 4, and then 5. And we need 4 here, which that's a bit annoying. I guess we could also do something like this again. And then a 1 book here. Not there. That's 2 here. You know what I mean? And we have 2 here. So we have this one done, this one done. This one needs 1 more. And this one needs 2 more. This one needs 1 more. So how about something like this instead? And then something like this. But then this full thing must be filled in, so this one goes away. This is tricky. I don't know, the 4 here seems to make sense. Like, there cannot be too many other places for the books of 4s, right? Yes, we could put one like this instead of sideways. Actually, let's put it... if we put it like this, you know? And then just put others there. To mix the two, we need like all of them but one filled in, so 2 rows of 2. We have the 1 here, and we need 4 there. We need 1 more in this row and 1 more in this row, so we can technically do this. That finishes up all of these. And it finishes up this row and this row. We need the 6, so we need a double thing more, I would say here. We have a book of 4 still left, which we cannot place. This is bothering me, the book of 4. Because if you place this here, we have no other place, and up here it cannot be placed. To place the book of 4, except here, and there's only 1 in there. So this one needs to be like this. And we can place this anywhere around here. I guess this would also work, for example. Yeah, I think so too, because there's no other place there. So then we have this one done, this one done, this one done, this one needs a 2. So the question is, we could probably do this and then put 1 here. We need 3 here, which means 1 here and 1 there, which we don't get with the order we have currently. Because we don't get 2 up here, which means likely like this. And then that one has 3 and that one has 1. Let's see. 2, 6, 4, 3, 4, 2. 1, 3, 3, 5, 2, 1, 2, 4. There.
Just do this.
That was a bit tricky. But yeah, as soon as we place the large books, I think it's doable. Job well done. All the books are right back where they're supposed to be. Well, at least until the next bearers come along. Yeah, but also having rows of books that belong together stacked up on top of each other instead of next to each other. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Bibliophiling, huh? See, that was fun, wasn't it? You must be a fan of tidying out now, eh? Whatever you say, Emmy. Look, all these books do. They're all detective novels. Detective novels? Surely it can't be a good idea to have fictional cases mix them with the real ones. Yeah, you know, finding detective novels in the police archives, I'm sure that makes sense. And to be fair, some of them can be quite mind-opening, but still. Clunk. And that one, no. Maybe the lamp? Bingo. That lamp? Nope. Okay, let's go do enemies first. It's all Nancy true. I mean, I guess it really depends, you know, which kind of detective novel, yeah. To be fair, I'm more of a Sherlock Holmes and Agatha Christie guy, you know. Guy, I say, girl, in this case. But yeah, it's gotta love me some good, like, deeper, like, social, but kind of also obvious, if you think about them, but kind of also very non-obvious for that. The old ones are the best. I guess C.G. Chesterton with his Father Brown was also really good. Or is also really good. They do have the BBC series that's a bit more, I would say, light-hearted though. It's not as earnest as like some of the Sherlock Holmes and Agatha Christie's and things like that were. Okay, not like Hercule Poirot's don't have funny jokes in them and things like that, but still. Can't find anything related to Tarjan in the section. There's nothing very useful looking around here, Professor. Where haven't we looked yet? How about the area behind the stepladder? Let's go over and check. I mean, I saw the blue glass thing there before. But yeah, we want, of course, to investigate and see. Nope. Is that where we need to click? So let's click there. Ah, look at this, Professor. Have you found something? Is that about the robbery at the museum? Surely not the same incident that the police are investigating at the moment. No, not the same incident, but the same museum. It's certainly not the first time it's been robbed. Really? How many times had it been robbed? Looks as though this is the 5th theft to occur this year. That's a lot, isn't it? I mean, the museum has nice things, but still. According to this report, all the items that were stolen have since been recovered. So every time this thief stole something, they lost it again. Not a very good thief, are they? Or it wasn't the thing they searched for. Say, Professor, do you think the thief could be Disco? Or Discole, I should say. Which, again, my favorite character out of this entire series. Discole? You don't mean Mr. I like to wreck things with mechanical monsters and dress up as a posh lady's Discole? That's a hilarious description. Of course, who else would I mean? He was definitely looking for us from ruins. I bet he'd be low enough to steal things from the museum and cunning enough too. Interesting idea, Luke. You may be very well be correct. No, sorry to say, that's either gonna be a spiky head kind of thing, or stupid target agents kind of deal. However, let's not rush to any hasty conclusions. I agree, as far as I could see, this report tells us nothing concrete. But Professor, didn't you say that the police are currently investigating a theft at the museum? You're suggesting we simply go there and see what we can find out in person? Exactly, it seems the most practical course of action. Let's take a bus to Kensington High Street and walk from there. Thought so, but at least that means we're not gonna go back to London. We're actually gonna likely finish London, and then, I mean, we have the option to go back. He has a riddle, but I don't really care. I'm gonna go there later. Like, he totally has a riddle standing there, so, you know. But yeah, not really, and she does too. How irritating. I know there's something going on at the museum, but they won't tell me a thing. Mispublicity, if you ask me. What seems to be the matter, madam? Oh, what a suave, sophisticated man. Wait a minute. Aren't you the famous archaeologist, Professor Sycamore? What a perfect time for an interview. Stay right where you are. This will only take a few minutes of your time. Perhaps later, I beg your pardon, but I just overheard you talking about an incident at the museum. Oh, I see. You're digging for information? Well, don't know if you have heard, but the police have closed off the museum. Just know something big is going on. There's a real scoop here, but they simply won't tell me anything, not a single little tidbit of information. Quite interesting. How many people, like, you meet when you travel around the world that usually, like, stay in one place. Like, we met her before on the Fisherman's Pier, and now we met her here in London again. I don't know if that's suspicious or not, you know? What's that got to do with anything? These officers usually take any chance they get to complain about the job. Something about not finishing the investigation I forgot to read, sorry. Not even my usual source won't tell me anything unless I solve the silly little puzzle first. Not getting anywhere fast. Well, I can't hang about in London forever. If I can't get my story here, I just have to find one elsewhere. It is display an admirable seal for your work. Oh, you're too kind, Desmond. Here, before we go, let me give you this. Token of my appreciation. The World Times has been added to the trunk. Okay, is that a minigame kind of thing? But also, I guess since she's traveling a lot, like, for her it makes sense. But, like, a lot of character, even Scotland Yard people are traveling all around the world. And I don't know if that's suspicious or not. I think it's very suspicious. Tyler's traveling reporter Daria Column has given you a scrapbook. Okay. What is this? That, my dear, is an invaluable journalist scrapbook. You can use it to hold all thrilling reports from around the world. I'll be on the road, so I can't tell you exactly where each new article will come out, but do keep an eye out for them, won't you? And that's an annoying fruit fly. It's fruit fly or any kind of animal season again, like small critters, and the fruit flies have appeared quite annoyingly again. I really don't like those guys. I don't mind them as long as they're not infesting the soil of like any plants, but they're everywhere and they tend to like try and fly into my mouth when I'm eating and things like that, which is so annoying. And they don't really have any like open foods at all, like not even fruits. Like my mango I store in the fridge because, you know, ripening process versus getting bad quickly, so, you know, fridge it is. But I still know where to get their stuff once I get things out of the fridge, which is so annoying. I'm sorry, sir, the museum is closed to members of the public at this moment. Move along. Professor, they still won't let us in. What are we going to do? Oh, look who it is. Grosky? Broom? Oh no, it's Clark. Clark is, his father. Luke, Herschel, what a surprise. What brings you here? Dad! Clark, it's good to see you. Actually, we were hoping to investigate certain matters in the museum, but it appears to be closed. You're investigating? Fancy that, so am I. Good day, Dr. Triton, isn't it? Go on in, please. Ah, just a moment, please, Constable. What's it you're investigating, Dad? The curator noticed something odd about some items that were recovered after being stolen. He asked me to examine them. Ah, that sounds important. Please don't let us keep you. Not at all. I'm glad we bumped into each other. Perhaps if I help you get into the museum, you'll be able to help me too. I need to get straight to work, but come and see me when you found whatever it is you're looking for. If you'd like to get some background on our case, have a chat with the policemen inside. They should get you up to speed. So the reason why I'm continuing a bit over time is because I don't want to end mid-chapter, since, you know, it's only the museum left before we get on our world travel. It's normally only streamed for, only I say, you know, 2 hours 4 times a week is not only. But yeah. Usually I don't stream that long, but the last 2 days, obviously, like with any Professor Layton, as I've done before, I don't like to just break up the like case in the middle if I know there's like a, or if I have the feeling that chapter will not be that long anymore, you know? Like a good ending point in between. Hello there, officer. They all look the same. How can there be another robbery? What were the guards doing? Ever since the first incident, we've been giving them special training and we've improved all their security protocols. Maybe somebody knows where the guards change over or what their routes are or something. I beg your pardon, young man, but that's impossible. We anticipate such risks in theft cases. All information about the guard's rota is strictly confidential and heavily protected. We do a background check on every guard in the building. Even then, we tell them only what they absolutely need to know. And yet something was stolen? I don't understand it. So it's either a policeman of the higher-ups that can access that, or it's one of the guards, huh? Did you hear? We haven't caught the thief, but we got all the stolen items back. That's what counts, huh? It's certainly something. How did the items come to be recovered? Can't say exactly, as grunts don't get all the details in cases like this, but I'm sure it was a seamless operation. We have the best officers in country and at Scotland Yard, you know. Cream of the crop. But you haven't caught the thief? Well, it's only a matter of time, miss. You mark my words. This is getting us nowhere. We really need some concrete information. Perhaps we should talk to Clark. I can't see him. Where did he go? Down the corridor, I believe. Well, then let's go. I would rather like to know what he's examining. Let's go. I'm really wondering sometimes, depending on like how skeletons are known to be reconstructed in like science, I really wonder how different any of them would have looked, like dinosaurs, I mean. Because, you know, when you see like how people go on about reconstructing like even animals we had nowadays, like the difference between how they actually look like and how they are constructed nowadays, reconstructed from the bones, is quite a bit. So I wonder how accurate these Symbol of the Diners can be. Obviously, like, if they have been preserved with, like, their like, skin and stuff fossilized, it's a bit easier to get a, like, roundabout shape, but still. I think there may be some that look, like, completely different. Herschel, perfect timing, have a look at this. Is that... It's one of the items the police recovered, but, well, you can see for yourself. Ah, that's a terrible shame. It is indeed. It was an extremely valuable archaeological find that merited closer study. It's an anachronistic, you see. Anachronistic? It doesn't belong to its time. Perhaps the technology is far more advanced than one would expect. Ah, I see. Anyway, the museum intended to restore the artifacts best they could and then put it back on display. But the curator noticed something odd when comparing it to the catalogue photos. As I was part of the dig team that unearthed the artifact, he asked me to have a look. I see, and what's your conclusion? It's all fake. Well, it's very puzzling. What is it, Dad? I believe there are some fake pieces mixed in with real ones. Huh? What? But why? I don't know, I've only just finished identifying all the fake pieces. Here, Herschel. You were always good at this kind of thing. Why don't you have a look? Make sure I haven't missed anything. Certainly. So I guess they only took the ones they needed and the rest they put back? Or they replaced them with a bit of a different kind of thing to make sure that they are, which are the real pieces, you know? Dragonair? Dragonair, I want a Dragonair. Apparently I cannot type. But yes, I will stream... Nah, that's okay. I guess I ran out of bolts, I need to buy some after. Police managed to recover this ancient artifacts after it was stolen from the museum. Unfortunately, it has been broken. By examining the pieces, you see if the artifacts could be repaired. Curator noticed that some fake pieces were mixed in with real ones. If a photo of artifacts from the museum catalog, use it to identify the real pieces, then place them in a box for safekeeping. Which are the real pieces? So, the thing is, this picture is mirrored. You can tell. So, things like this one are indeed real. Well, this one is fake. There's no piece like this. This one is also fake, because there's no L that keeps the shape. This one is fake. This one is fake. This one is real. Fake. Fake, fake. Right? There's, like, all of the other ones are correctly, like, turned, and that shouldn't be how they should be. Yep, okay, I was right. Nice.
A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Only 2 of the pieces are actually real. The fact that the photograph was developed the wrong way around made life difficult, but you got there in the end. Forger must have mixed some real pieces by mistake. Whoops. Well, it appears that nearly all the pieces are fake. I know, I didn't want to believe it either. I almost hoped you might prove me wrong. There must be an explanation. Perhaps if we take a step back and review the information we have. Practical as ever, Herschel. Yes, let's think this through properly. Just say the word when you're ready. Okay, let's do this, and this should be the last part of today. Upon investigation of the string of robberies that have taken place at the museum, it becomes apparent that some artifacts were replaced with fakes. Who could the culprit be? The police are at complete loss despite the best efforts. How did so many of those pieces come to be replaced by fakes? I don't think it's gonna be Descalay, since he would know, like, if they're, you know, turned around. I don't know. I have the feeling he would. Incidentally, Herschel, is this? Ah, of course, you never met in person, have you? My apologies for not introducing myself earlier. I'm Desmond Sycamore. Clark Triton. It's an honor to finally meet you, Professor Sycamore. Must admit these are rather strange circumstances. No matter, as an archaeologist I'm as eager as you are to see this thief and vandal brought to justice. Yes, we help however we can, Clark. Do you know anything about the other stolen artifacts? I love this music. The same we have in the play halls in like the Unwon Future and things like that. Very fun music. As a matter of fact, yes, I have here a complete case report from Scotland Yard. All 5 artifacts were found in different lakes, but always deeper than anything previously found in the area. The artifacts were all gifted by different donors, and they were all certified genuine at the time they were received. They were all very deep underground, so extremely ancient. Perhaps there was difficulty in assigning their origin? Yes, that's correct. None of the artifacts belonged to any civilization known to have inhabited the area in which they were found. Professor, do you think... Yes, it appears highly likely that all these artifacts were of Azran origin, and I have a fairly good idea who might be responsible for the theft. What do you think, Professor? Sergeant. Of course, Sergeant Stilton. It must have been Sergeant. I agree, and they're certainly capable of such theft. Sergeant? An unscrupulous and powerful secret organization. Their interest in the Azran leads towards the obsessor. They certainly have no qualms about robbing the museum then. So, that doesn't explain how they did it. After the first incident, the police tightened the security on this place tenfold. All information about the museum was on a need-to-know basis, and they took particular care with the guard routes and timetables. Really can't imagine how a thief could sneak in and out unnoticed on 5 separate occasions. I think I have an inkling on how it was accomplished, Professor. I think I may have come to the same sorry conclusion. The multiple thefts prove it. Prove what? Please explain. Very well. They work for Scotland Yard, huh? The culprit must be inside Scotland Yard. I don't see any other possibility. Only the police know about the guard road. The culprit must be one of them. Yes, that was my conclusion as well. Goodness, if that's the case, well, all bets are off. Something else bothers me though. That broken artifact, where did the fake pieces come from? And could it be that all the recovered artifacts are fake? Dr. Triton, how difficult would it be to create copies that will fool the experts here at the museum? Very difficult, and not just a question of time and money. You need archaeological expertise, gifted craftsmen. All things that Sergeant have at hand, I'm afraid. What they didn't have was a way to return the fake artifacts to the museum without arousing suspicion, unless they used the investigation. If they're from the police, then why not? The policeman outside didn't seem to know much about the recovery of the artifacts. What if the police investigation was a sham? Make a show of conducting an investigation while the fakes are being made, then simply recover the artifacts once they're ready. That might actually work if the culprit was indeed part of the police, as you'd suggest. I think I'm beginning to see the scope of it. No simple constable would have the power to accomplish this, though. No, the perpetrator must hold a position of influence. I believe Sergeant has a mole within the upper ranks of the police. Surely not. To think they could have infiltrated our institution to that extent? Sergeant's power must have been great indeed. You're all right there, Dr. Triton. Have you discovered anything amiss? No, all's well, Constable, thank you. Would like to continue examining these artifacts, though, if you don't mind. Please, Doctor, they're all yours, so to speak. I'm still searching the museum for clues. Give us a shout if you need anything. Yes, thank you. That was very prudent of you. Well, if there's really a mole within the police, we can't risk them finding out what we know, can we? No, indeed, there's no reason to doubt these men here, but we do not know who they might report to. I think our best course of action is to go directly to Scotland Yard. Yes, we must identify them all as soon as possible without alerting them first. Let's take the bus straight there. Again, I'm sure I'm missing a decent bit of riddles here, but we shall find that out after we finish the scene. Oh, hold on, there's the bus stop. Never mind. Yep, that guy clearly also has a riddle. Now, where shall we go? We shall go to Scotland Yard. Figure out who's behind this. I have an inkling to who it may be. Good day, citizens. I'm afraid the station is on high alert at the moment and we can only address urgent matters. I have to assess the importance of your visit based on the number of puzzles you've solved so far. What's this then? Ah, it seems you fulfilled our requirement. 25 or more puzzles solved. Please go in. Look at who it is. Groski! Ah, Inspector Groski, how fortuitous is it to find you here? Ah, Layton, hoping to introduce someone to the strong arm of the law, are you? Actually, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you. I was wondering if you knew who was in charge of investigating the thefts at the museum. I think Bloom supervised this himself. Oh, he'll be able to help us then. I presume Detective Bloom was also the one who returned the recovered artifacts to the museum. Naturally, he's a real archaeology buff, so he took a personal interest in the case. He was really chuffed to get the things back. He knew that they were right away, didn't even need to get any tests done. So he likes archaeology as well as solving crimes. Sounds like you, Professor. Pardon me, Inspector, I have one last question. Ask away. Who else had access to the artifacts between the time they were found and the time they were returned to the museum? Ah, you think Bloom would trust these clumsy elves with such fragile objects? Nobody else got near them. Welcome back. So yeah, I told from the beginning he was suspicious. Like, I always had a feeling looking at his face. I don't know, and like his behavior before that in the previous game, and I guess I was right. Now, Layton, spit it out. Do you know something about the museum theft? I do, Inspector, and I have to thank you. You just helped us identify the perpetrator. What? What? Really, Professor? Think about it, Luke. Remember all we have learned today. Inspector Groski, would you please accompany us to Detective Bloom's office? Of course, Layton. I'm afraid you lost me, but I suppose you and Bloom will clear it all up. I hope so. Professor Layton, hello again. How may I help? Detective Bloom, are you familiar with an organization named Targent? I know of it. Go on, please. Oh boy, yeah, indeed. I have reason to believe that Targent are the ones responsible for the recent thefts at the museum. Oh, very impressive, Layton. If you have deduced that much, I suppose there's no reason to be coy. As a matter of fact, I also suspect Targent in this case, but as yet I've not succeeded in finding where their agent flew to. They're a slippery lot. So you have not considered looking for the criminal inside Scotland Yard? What? One of our own? That's absurd, Professor. Sorry, I expected elite, not ludicrous conjectures. If you excuse me, I must return to work. Okay, so it is him.
This is no mere conjecture, Detective. I am confident that I've positively identified the criminal in question.
Well, in that case, I'm all ears. Please elaborate.
The thief stole the artifacts and replaced them with fakes. He manipulated police information and disrupted the investigation. It must therefore have been someone in a position of power within the police who has been working undercover for Targent for some time. And that person is you.
Da-da-dum. What's this, Layton? Have you lost your mind? Inspector, I assure you I wouldn't make such an accusation without solid proof. This should be interesting. Please go on, Professor. Very well. Detective Bloom, I understand that you were in charge of the museum theft cases. That's correct. To increase museum security, you restricted information concerning guard shift patterns to just a few police officers, one of whom was yourself, of course. Yes, obviously, I was the one who gave out all the guard instructions. Evidently, my measures were not enough, and the thief was able to steal more items. Poor judgment on my part, I admit. Yes, there were, in fact, several thefts and all. Yet you managed to recover every single one of the stolen artifacts. That's quite remarkable, I must say. Naturally, I was ashamed by my failure to protect the item. After that, I poured every available resource into finding them. I see, and may I ask what you did with the artifacts after they were found, before you returned them to the museum? I kept them here where they would be safe. What of it? In that case, I can only come to one conclusion, that you are the thief. Nobody else would have been able to replace the real artifacts with fake ones. And that's your proof that I'm the criminal? Ugh, I was worried there for a moment. The reasoning will never hold up to any kind of examination. Just because I was the one in charge of guarding those objects doesn't mean that they were on my side the whole time. In fact, there would have been plenty of opportunities for other officers to make the switch. Thank you, Detective Bloom. I'm sorry. What you just said confirms everything. Tell me, how did you know that the artifacts have been replaced with fakes? But isn't that what you just... The fact that some of the recovered items were fakes was only established an hour ago by myself and few others. I mean, look, you bear witness. What did the constable in the museum tell us about the stolen artifacts? He just said that the detective on the case just got all the objects back and how great the officers at Scotland Yard are. Yeah, he certainly didn't say anything about them being fake. Exactly, we were the only people to know about the fake artifacts, so please explain, when did you find out about it, Detective Bloom? What are you talking about, Layton? Said it yourself just now. You accused me on the bias that only I had the chance to replace the artifacts with fake ones. Ah, yes, you're quite right. However, it's your reaction to that which is puzzling. You were the detective in charge of this case. This was a crucial piece of new information. Shouldn't you have been surprised, horrified even, to hear that the precious articles you had recovered were fake? But you were not surprised, because you knew perfectly well that the artifacts were fake. Because you orchestrated the swap in the first place. Do you deny it? Seems I underestimated you, Layton. Then you admitted you're a sergeant, Mole. I think I had better say no more. I see. Leonard Bloom, I'm arresting you on suspicion of theft, forgery, and corruption. Whew, that's one fewer sergeant agent out there. I knew it. You did it, Professor. Stantler, huh? I don't have Pokeballs, so I shouldn't try. A corrupt police officer must have been claiming to recover the stolen artifacts by actually replacing them with fakes and making away the real ones. The only officer in position to pull off such crime was D.I. Leonard Bloom himself. Detective Bloom executed his operation flawlessly, but a tiny lapse in concentration allowed me to prove his guilt. And prove me to read wrong. Bloom, that upstairs. He was our mole? Yes, Chief, he all but admitted it. I knew there was something off about him. Well, good work, Grosky. I take it from here. Yes, Chief. Thank you, Chief. I suppose that man is Inspector Grosky's superior. Wow, I've never seen Grosky stand attention like that. I'm glad to see that Scotland Yard is not wholly corrupt. Yes, as long as they like our here. The safety of London is assured. Well then, case closed, gentlemen. One case closed, perhaps. Emmy, do you recall what the main goal of the current investigation is? Oh, right, we're about to set off around the world looking for 5 Azran eggs, weren't we? Yes, and we haven't even started that part yet. Quite, let's not dilly-dally any longer. It's time to follow the trail the Azran have left for us. Right, back to the aerodrome then. Bloom's out, his cover's been blown. Is this Layton's work? Yes, shall I deal with him, sir? No, don't interfere. Now they have Bloom, they think they won, they will let their guard down. Nothing will stand in the way of our plans. In any case, I still need them. There's still so much they can do for us. Yes, sir, then I will assign the assassins to other tasks for now. Ooh. Assassins, huh? That's a bit dark. I mean, they went all in chasing after Grosky, so no surprise there. Still can't believe we're going around the world. It's so exciting. It will be a very lengthy and tiring journey, not to mention dangerous. I do wonder if it's advisable to take you with us. Don't ever think about it, Professor. I'm going with you, whether you like it or not. Is that the way it is? Very well then. The Estonia's awaits. Wait, Herschel. Is that... Herschel, I'm so glad we caught you. Ma, Pa, what are you doing here? We heard that you were setting off on a grand trip around the world, and you never breathed a word of it. Yes, we rushed over you right away. We were lucky with the buses, thank goodness. Honestly, though, you could have given us a ring before you left. Come on, Ma, you know I travel for work from time to time. You wait till you have children, Herschel Layton. You never stop worrying about them, not even when they're all grown up. I know you're a quiet, respectable academic with a tendency to do wild and extraordinary things when the fancy takes them. Just like someone else I know when she was younger. Didn't you once set off on a trip to John O'Groats with nothing but a fishing rod and a penknife? Ma? That was 40 years ago, Herschel. It was a different world. Now, I brought you some of my cherry fruit cake for your trip. Thank you, Ma. That's very thoughtful of you. Well, then I should get going. Thank you for coming all the way down here to see me off. It was nothing, son. Anyway, enjoy your trip. And give your old parents some news while you're away. Yes, send us postcards now and again. I promise, and I'll come by see you when I get back. Ah, Professor, have you said your goodbyes? Yes, but I'm somewhat puzzled. How on earth did you find out about this journey? Ah, well, there's no great mystery there. It was I who contacted your parents. I'm sorry that I did it behind your back. Do you mean you say that you know my parents? Indeed, I owe a great debt to them from a time long before I became an archaeologist. Such I have followed your career with some interest. That's why I knew to write to you when I needed a reliable partner. I see. Well, thank you. Just a bit creepy to think about him contacting the parents, though, isn't it? No, thank you, Professor. I hope you don't feel as though I'm dragging you all into this without any say. Not at all. We have come this far and we intend to see it through to the end. I am glad to hear it. There's something I would like to show you. Here, look at this illustration. It's an egg. Looks like a face on it, you get me? Looks like there's like tears and like maybe a beard or something. Like a nutcracker face in a weird way. Is that an Azran egg? It is. That's how they are depicted in Donald Rudyard's ancient histories. Donald, not Donald. Oh my goodness. Rudyard supposed the eggs to be decorative, pretty ornaments. An Azran egg? Then it's so. If the Azran were bird people. I mean, to be fair, like, apparently there's something about them, like, living in the sky, like, from the story. You know, we heard earlier when we started this chapter, where, like, they said it was the legend about, like, people living in the sky, like a king and his, and like, the rider guys, the 5 guys, and they were banished from the sky. So I guess they, like, the Azran were living in the sky before, and, like, the only key to unlocking that are the eggs, funnily enough. Aurora is a Rito all along. Yeah, probably. Also, that's the best mustache you have ever seen on an egg. I'm trying to think of if I have ever seen an egg with a mustache, but the only thing I've ever seen with a mustache that comes to mind in that shape is Mr. Potato Head, you know? He never believed them to have any special power or meaning. I see, then the Azran had their true purpose well. A wise move, though enshrined in the most hidden places, the Azran knew the eggs would one day be found, but also if the other guy, if Rutledge, knew about them, did that mean he's seen one of them, or has he seen only an illustration of them? That's a question. And they were, or at least one was, which means the others may also have been uncovered and passed from hand to hand. Okay, so he found one. Exactly, which means locating them now won't be a simple endeavor. I hardly expect to stumble across them by chance. I understand, Professor, but that's a rather par for the course in our field, wouldn't you say? Okay, I guess that's normal then. Ah, yes, archaeology is not for the impatient. Well, then let's get going. Very well, sir. Now, if you would all be seated, we will be taking off shortly. And they ended perfectly with the music ending, isn't that fun? And off we go. To be continued tomorrow. You can at least, yeah, okay, well, that chapter doesn't give anything away. Chapter 4, The Hunt for the Eggs, shall be continued tomorrow. We get some nice music to gel to. Okay, so, Oh, the tiger is also playing a Professor Layton game. Maybe we can write them. I originally wanted to rate the people that were playing the Zeldathon stuff, but I guess they aren't streaming right now, so I guess the tiger with Professor Layton and the Last Spectre is actually a pretty good option. Thank you for enjoying it and hopefully enjoying it and taking part of it. But yeah, let's go and watch the Last Spectre, shall we? Which, you know, I mentioned before, is technically the first one that like shows us the Azran stuff openly. Thank you for the stretch redeem. Hugely appreciate it. Let me just click on the rate. And thank you for the hydrate. I'm definitely gonna, after the stream, get a snack and another tea after I sip this one. But yeah. Okay, it seems like they're currently at the market where the ravens reside, so they've gone like a decent bit into this. So for those of you who don't know the tiger, they're a Canadian person that I've only ever seen really playing the Professor Layton games when they stream. And they also plan to finish streaming them like in a row before the new game comes out. So, you know, kind of the same as us, just that I'm streaming things in between. Which, by the way, I'm gonna stream one more game, like a different game after this, and then we're gonna continue with our Zelda journey into Majora's Mask. So look forward to that in the future, but of course first we need to finish this one. Also, the stretch was very needed. My shoulder just made a nice sound. I guess that comes from holding the pen the entire time. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow, same time, 1 AM Middle European Standard Time. And we shall continue this game. And then on Thursday it's gonna be crafting. I will continue 3D modeling the Citizen Sleeper inspired drone. And figure some stuff out with that, and then hopefully we get into building that one at some point. Yes, thank you for showing up, /live. Hope you can rest well and that you also have a great day. Okay, well, I guess that is the right thing.